Hey, boo. Um, this is such a special edition. It's just very special. And the reason that it's so special, this is a special edition. Usually I write to you on like a Thursday, but I wanted to talk to you about how you're feeling at this present time. And if you're feeling unsure, if you're feeling confused, if you're like, okay, I'm not sure if this is the right direction or if I'm taking the right steps, I'm not sure if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. If you're feeling any of that, then I want you to know that you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing at this particular time. And I want you to remember that everything is going to work itself out. Like, everything is going to work out in your favor. I want you to know that life loves you. Like, just this life that you have, it really loves you. There's nothing working against you. There's nothing, out here conspiring or rooting for you to fall down. There's just none of that. There's just love. There's just love. And even if it doesn't look like love, according to what you think love should look like or feel like love, there's a lesson in it. And that lesson is rooted in love as well. Like, that's just it. It doesn't have to be any big, agenda. Like, just know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, even if you don't have all of the answers, you don't have an answer key, everything isn't written down, you don't know all the steps. Even if someone's doing it differently, like, that's another thing, especially if someone's doing it differently. Don't always do how someone else does it. Don't always do it that way. Try your own way. Try to tap into what feels really good to you. What feels really good to you. And do it that way. Do it in a way that resonates with you. Other people have their ways, but just because it works for other people doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. That's just the bottom line. And we both know that. We both know that just because it's worked for someone else doesn't mean that it'll work for me, per se, or you, per se. Like, we're all so different. So just challenge yourself to trust in you more and trust that everything is just really working out in your favor. Everything is really just working out on your behalf. That all the things that you want you. Just open yourself up to being 100%, 100% knowledgeable. Like, you can say without a shadow of a doubt, I know everything will be okay, at the very least. You know? That's my way. So, I got into the speaking tour yesterday with Iyanla Vanzant. She was here in Atlanta, and with her being here, of course, I was just very inspired to go and see her. It's Iyanla Vanzant. Like, it's a big deal. And when I went to go see her, I was dressed up. I had on my cute outfit. I had on my heels. And, after I sat down, I got I got a little anxious. I wanted to go and get a picture of her. And so I went to go get that picture from someone else in the front row. And as I was going down, I started going down. Like, my shoe broke. My shoe. You see? It's a talking shoe now. And I didn't want to let this shoe go. Look at this shoe, y'all. Have you seen another shoe like this anywhere? Let me know, because I need to find another one like this. I just need to find another shoe like this. I love shoes. And I thought she had my back. Okay, so anyways, we're not going to get on her. We're not going to do that. But she did break. And it hurt me a little bit. But then I thought to myself, like, oh, I started to get in my head a little bit. Like, what if my shoe broke because of the negative energy of the women who were staring at me when I walked into the door? Like, I started to get into that space where I was creating a story. And then I immediately caught myself and I was like, nope, forget that. This is the bottom line. The bottom line is that everything is all good. It's still all good. It's still all good. Even if in the moment it starts to feel a little scary, if you just trust that everything is going to just work out in your good favor, and know that, not just trusting it, but knowing it, knowing that, okay, what's the worst that can happen? No, don't answer that, because you can come up with some pretty worst that can happen case scenarios. Like, we have these amazing imaginations that if we just use them for like more things, then we would never like want anything in the world. We're just so great as people, right? So anyways, but yeah, that's the bottom line. The bottom line is that you have to consistently redirect yourself so you are remembering that it's just a thought. It is what it is. It just because I recognize it as a thought doesn't mean that it has a lot of legitimate hold in my life. It's just a thought. We have so many thoughts that march through our head day to day, minute by minute, hour by hour. We're so full of thoughts that you don't have to pay attention to every single one. You don't have to pay attention to every single thought. You don't have to, especially the negative ones. Like, it's just a thought. It doesn't actually exist in real life, So that's what I wanted to share. That's my biggest thing. Just this life is so beautiful. It really is. If we would just allow it to be beautiful. Just allow it to be beautiful, You're beautiful. Allow life to be beautiful on your behalf. Right? So I'm not going to sit here all zoning out because I'm in nature. And when I'm in nature, I feel good. Even though I'm just in the parking lot. Like, just being close to these trees, this is enough, right? Look at this. It's nature. Ooh, and that's a red bird. I wonder if I can show. No, I can't show you guys, but there's a red bird. And red birds are like speaking to me now. They've been popping up in my radar like crazy. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I want to thank you for taking the time to follow me and to open my emails, to read what I have to say, to take the time to just open yourself up. Sometimes it's hard for us to open ourselves up because we have so much chatter taking place in our head that we get in our heads and we can't just be. We can't just be because we're in our heads, But that head space is very different from this space right here, this heart space. And when you spend so much time in this, you're missing out on this, you know? You're missing out on that. And that is where the love is. That's where all the good stuff is. It's just it's right here. So I want to thank you, because this means you're right here with me, especially if you're watching it till this point. Like, you're right here with me, and I hold that dear. I really appreciate that. When I send you messages and I ask you questions about if you enjoyed, if it helped, if it's working for you. Thank you for those of you who have emailed us back. Me and my administrator emailed us and said, yes, this works. I love it. This helps. I got something. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because that really means a lot to me. It means so much. So I just want to thank you. I just want to thank you. Thank you. This is Jamila Anderson. And if this message resonated with you, email me back. Respond, or even forward it to a friend who you feel like it can help. Forward it. You know, send it to someone who you think could hear the message and be open to it and benefit from it in a major way. Right? So, I love you. Light and love. Always. I'm always wishing you lots of love. If you are on my Snapchat, you will see me shooting up hearts like crazy. I am a heart all the way. That's the one thing I used to draw when I was little, just hearts. So I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything. And there's details about the love workshop that I have that's coming up, and I'd love to see you on it. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.